everybody. So today's Monday. That means it's time for family movie night. And this week we are talking about another of my live action Disney films that I haven't talked about. And I thought it'd be fun to cover Mighty Ducks. And it was interesting to watch this. I haven't watched this for a long time. And some stuff definitely doesn't hold up super well. There's little moments that feel very 90s of like the sort of troupe of kids that they would have, Sandlot, or whether it's Hook, or whether it's, just tons of movies from this era where like that kind of they're like troupe. There was usually like one black kid, one fat kid, one Jewish kid, whatever, and that's totally what you get here. But I don't really mind. And yeah, usually there was like a tomboy girl who's like super tough, and you totally get that here. But I don't mind that. It doesn't bother me. I think it's executed pretty well. And there is some moments of slapstick, which also feel very 90s, because after Home Alone came out, it was like every single live action film had to have slapstick violence. And for like 10 years. And so it's just sort of funny. But this movie is just sweet, and it is pretty generic. I can see why it got pretty bad reviews when it came out, because there's nothing that's like super original about it, but it's just kind of charming and innocent and fun. And Emilio Estevez plays this lawyer who is drunk driving, and it's kind of funny that like the first thing that they do is they're like, we're gonna have you coach kids. Like, that's not what I would want to be coaching. My kid is like some guy who just got drunk driving. Probably not the best choice for community service, but he has this like tortured past, which is of course very cliched. And this movie is so predictable, but it doesn't matter. Like it's just charming, and the kids are fun, and Emilio Estevez is having a good time in the role, and the script is pretty, I think it kind of embraces the cheesiness in a pretty satisfying way. I think that it has one ending too many. There's the big climactic game, and then but that's only like the first round of the tournament, the finals. And I also love how like this Pee Wee hockey league has professional play-by-play guys, like professionals, which is hilarious. But you kind of need it to like walk you through, especially for something like hockey. You need something, otherwise it's hard to kind of narrate. It's not as clear as like other sports. You kind of need that play-by-play. So who cares? It works fine, and you kind of have the sort of the evil other team that of course is the team that Emilio Estevez's character missed the big winning shot when he was younger. I mean, we just recently actually saw this for adults with Uncle Drew, the same plot where the guy had missed the big shot. The opposite, he ends up getting his team of ragtag people together and that are unlikely to win, and then they come up against the really professional team with his former coach. It's a very, that's a plot we've seen many times, but I don't really care if it's executed well. I think the kids are pretty fun and pretty charming. I don't think this is as good as The Sandlot or some of those movies, but I think it's charming enough, entertaining enough. I think kids will like it. I think they'll be entertained, and I think you can have some nice little talks and messages about teamwork and never giving up and not cheating, not going for what is easy, but being honest. I think that all those messages are here, and I think they do a pretty decent job. Too, in they have sort of the Rocky situation where it's like, the original Rocky, it's just like it's a heavyweight kind of thing, but then it becomes like fighting for by the end you're like fighting for the world title. It's like it's upped every sequel. It's the same way with Mighty Ducks. The romance for Emilio Estevez's character, it's just kind of a throwaway. It's really not that great. But you do get some actors that you'll see in other shows later on. Joshua Jackson in particular is in this. See in Dawson's Creek later on. And so it's a harmless, enjoyable little movie. it's if somebody said, "Oh, it's just completely generic and it's not a good movie," I'm not going to really argue with them because it's true. But I was entertained. I don't necessarily always need something to be super original for me to enjoy it if it's executed well and they have good chemistry. And you've got the how can you not like the quack 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 as the battle cry? That's pretty great. So anyway, I think it'd be good to watch with the family. So let me know what you think of this one. And thanks so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you later. Bye.